Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to somewhat of a special episode with me, Simulation for the Nation. I was recently watching a breakdown from Virtual Farmer with very valid reasoning as to why he believes CLAAS may be the next brand to appear in Farming Simulator 19, possibly even as part of the Platinum DLC, a DLC that we expect to hear more news on quite imminently. And that got me thinking, if CLAAS are truly about to land on our farms as part of the Platinum DLC, then what can we expect as far as the machinery lineup goes? To understand this, I think we must first go back in time and review what we've received as part of both the SF17 Platinum DLC and the Farming Simulator 15 Gold Edition. I think the first trend we need to identify is that both FS17 and 15 introduced a new map to the forum, with Estancia Lapacho for FS17 and Sovnovka arriving respectively for 15. So I think it's fairly safe to say that we can expect something new to appear in the up-and-coming Platinum Edition. Secondly, during SF17's expansion, there were a plethora of new machines across several new brands, with Case, Massey Ferguson and Stara featuring heavily. Fans of sugarcane were in for a treat as the new crop was introduced, bringing with it a vast array of new equipment to use, from trailers through to new drills and harvesters, including even a bonus sprayer. When we cast our mind way back to FS15's Gold Edition, we were given the keys to brands such as Zeta, Rostelmash and Kverneland, all of which bring in several new machines to the field for our use. At this stage, I want to throw in one curveball. On February 24th of this year, Giants announced a new brand was entering FS19. French sprayer manufacturer Berthoud were going to be coming, with models already in game, evidently such as this trailed sprayer. I made a reaction video to this. If you want to see that, then click on the link in the top right corner, which will appear more or less now, and have a look-see. Given that we usually see one or more brand in each metal edition, wouldn't you think that CLAAS and Berthoud could be that combination? I certainly think so. So let's first have a look at what CLAAS could bring to the party. I think you'll agree it's an impressive lineup. However, it's a lineup that could directly interfere with recently acquired mega brand John Deere, who might not be very happy if their major rival suddenly had the exact same lineup of machinery in the game. However, for the purposes of this video, we'll assume that is exactly what may happen. So first of all, let's talk combines. CLAAS can offer a combine for all farm needs, from the big and mighty Lexion 780 through to the small and magnificent CLAAS Avero, though they do also produce and manufacture a CLAAS Tucano. However, that is currently in cattle and crops, so part of me thinks that we won't see that for that exact reason. Some of me thinks that we'll see it exactly for that reason. I know that Giants have this bit between their teeth to kind of crush cattle and crops, and that might just be a further nail in the coffin as far as that is concerned. So we may or may not see that. For a long time, CLAAS has led the market in their Jaguar Forager range, seeing them lead the market for quite a long time, which has led to them producing over 40,000 machines. In terms of celebrating this, they are going to produce a new 40,000 range, which looks pretty fierce and will be epic to see in game as well. Next up, we're going to be talking tractors. The CLAAS range has seen a fairly large rise in popularity over recent years. The likes of the CLAAS Arian and Axion are proving quite popular, especially all over the UK and continental Europe. The Xerion range provides a rival to the biggest in-game tractors like the Fendt 1050, for example, which I do love, but come on, it's also going to be pretty cool to see something like the Xerion in-game. But what intrigues me the most, and perhaps what could be the most crucial of all of these, will be the smaller end of the tractors, such as the Nexos and the CLAAS Elliot. These small machines would be perfect for orchard work. Now, why do I bring up orchard work? Just turns out that our French spraying manufacturer Berthoud are also very familiar with orchard work, manufacturing and producing quite an array of sprayers that would go very, very handily with the Elios and the Nexos, something that I would love to see. And what better way as to bring in an aforementioned new crop to the DLC than with a nice little lineup of orchard equipment. Orchards would be something that we have long thought about and aspired to have in the game. I think they add a lot of different features, a host of different opportunities in terms of how you grow, how you sow, how you harvest, and I think the range of possibilities there could be pretty endless, and that is something that I for one would be very, very happy to see in there. As for loaders, I think across the board in FS19 we are pretty well equipped. For one, I would like to see some new loaders in there, telehandlers, wheel loaders for example. I don't think we will, given that we have 3 brand new telehandlers to the game. We have a wheel loader, we have skid steers in there, so I think we're fairly well set. That being said, if I could have my my ideal lineup here, I would love to see the CLAAS Scorpion make an appearance onto the farm. I don't think it will happen. They also do the wheel loader, the Torian, but again, I don't think we'll see that at this iteration. Maybe in FS21 that could be something we see. Moving on to implements, CLAAS currently produce a whole array of different grassland implements. They don't particularly focus on anything else in terms of their cultivation, or drilling, or spraying, but when it comes to grassland, they have got it nailed on. They produce 9 different balers, both round and square. Each baler fits a different need. We even have a CLAAS Unirap 455, the baler wrapper combo, which looks pretty mean. There are 4 quadrant balers and 5 round balers that will all fill the range. So again, diversifying that range there that we have in game at the moment is always something that's very possible. I know Crone may or may not be coming back in a different way, but I do feel like we need some more balers in the game there, especially round balers. We just need to see some variation coming through, and I think we're better than with CLAAS. If you do that, then John Deere might want to come back and answer with their own balers as well, which would be a win-win for all of us. One of the main areas though, when it comes to grassland equipment that I would love to see some kind of improvement is with the mowers. I feel like they've been a bit stagnant and we really haven't seen much of a change there for a long time. Even when it comes to mods, there are very few mods there that can really add to the game and make it something special. Something that I think we can do about that, and I think it's something that I would love to see happen. So CLAAS produce a great array of front-mounted, side-mounted, butterfly and also trailed mowers, all of which would greatly improve the current lineup, which I do, like I say, feel like needs a bit of a freshen up there. I'd love to see the disco come in, I'd love to see a trailed mower. Butterfly mowers are always good, always want to see that, but yeah, I definitely think like a trailed mower that you could have with a front setup as well would be delightful. Some of the setups that you can get out there at the moment are mods, but they're also styled more towards the larger mowers from North America, which don't quite fit with the European maps there. But hey, maybe that's something that we see change in the not too distant future. And of course, once you've mown down your grass, you'll need to get in there and rake it up before the forager comes in or the forage wagon comes in. So why not see one of CLAAS's 4 different options as rakes enter the game? You can have either mounted single, twin rotor rakes, quad rotor rakes, inline, sideline rakes, but I would love to see the 4 rotor liner to make an appearance there. It's probably like the king of the fleet in my mind. It's very nice to see work there. I think it really does epitomize the lineup they have. We've got a few different rakes in game, but why not get a nice big CLAAS in there as well? Really do think it would add to it. So there we have it, folks. That's certainly my interpretation of what CLAAS machinery I would like to see in the Platinum game, and I think that's a good idea of what we could get as well. Typically, based off what we've seen with John Deere, it is likely that you'll get a few of the flagship tractor ranges, ideally a harvester in there as well. There are a few limitations as to what we may see due to other usage, but I definitely think that's going to be something that we could do. But mainly, in summary, I don't think it'll just be CLAAS. I think we're going to see something else, and I truly think it could be Bertude as well, which would be great to see. But overall, really, this is just speculation, and I'm sure we'll have to wait and see, and hopefully not too long. I'm guessing FarmCon just next week will give us the answers that we're searching for, so do stick around to see what that brings. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, and if you have any suggestions of your own. If you've liked today's video, hit that like button. If you haven't, hit that thumbs down button. More importantly though, if you've yet to do so, smash that subscribe button and ring that little bell to keep up to date with all of the videos that will be coming out across the course of the week. Until next time, I have been Simulation for the Nation. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.